Hello, YouTube! I am Pinstar, and this is Transport Fever. Pinstar plays episode... what is it? 8? Let's go with 8. So, in our last episode, we got this lovely little tram line set up, along with some other optimizations and route changes. And I had promised you that we were going to get into a brand new industry, and that was not a lie, but I realized there's something more I want to do with my existing industries before we get into that. We'll be expanding. We'll get into a new town today, but I want to wrap things up with a few other things before we dive into this new mystery industry here, and that is this. So our tools are, for the most part, being evenly distributed here. We are making beaucoup amounts of them over here. In fact, we could probably stand to have another train set up along the line here. Let's do that real quick since we've got some cash to our names. Cameron Lumber Long Haul. Let's clone you. Excellent. Or you could spawn at the wrong train depot, for Pete's sake. I don't really want to have to link these lines up, but I guess we're gonna have to. I didn't want you to come out of there. I'm not crazy, right? I was clicking up here. Yes, correct, maybe. I thought I was. This isn't even going to take him to the right train rail thing. All right, you know what? Here's what we're going to do. Because this whole thing is annoying me. We're going to get rid of you. We're going to get rid of you. We're going to get rid of you. We are going to push you back because this thing needs to be able to service multiple lines. So let's just do that real quick. If we push you much further back, we push you back like that, and then we do a no, okay. There. That works. Now you can now we can just tell you go home. Go to the depot and think about what you've done. Ooh, and actually, can we make this, because there's something else that I want to do in this episode. Is that too yeah, that's too steep. Okay. We'll have to do something else with that. Okay. Now that we're in the depot here, now you can go on the Cameron Lumber Long Haul. S'il vous plaît. Alright, at least you're not getting in the way of somebody else. Alright, so we've got that handled. So anyway, like I was saying, we've pretty much got our tools sorted, but our fuel is lacking. And there's a couple of different things we can do to improve that here. First things first, these two trains are woefully out of date. They're both using the old engine, and they have too few cars. We need more cars on both ends. So let's do something about that. We're going to get another one of these. We'll kick you out over here. Like so. Now, where are you? 831, I love it. you're picking up some of that. Actually, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually tell you to go to the depot. S'il vous plaît. I know that's going to waste some of that fuel, but that's okay. Wait. Oh yeah, you're bringing that stuff back. All right. Once you drop that stuff off, then I'm going to send you to the depot too. Because you are in need of improvement and upgrades and whatnot. So we're going to shut this line down just for the moment, but I think we're going to come out much better for it. I'm going to wait for both trains to make their way in there. Oh, the other thing is, one of my commenters mentioned this button right here, the line statistics. This thing is handy for a number of different things. And the big thing here is... I mean, look how profitable our lumber long haul is. That's craziness. And the barge is pretty darn good, too. But that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for that delivery, that northern delivery, the northern oil crude delivery right here. So we only have an estimated throughput of 64 with, what do we got, for about 10 carts on there? So, and we need a lot more. So we're gonna spam out a whole crap ton more of these. I'd say probably about 15 more carts should do it. What's the stagecoach guy? Yeah, it's only 5. Still not as good as the trams. So we're gonna do 15 of these beasts. And we're going to put you all to Josh's northern crude delivery. And once we get good throughput there, then I'll up the number of fuel delivery carts so we can get that there. That should put that leg of the journey there a little bit better. Okay, we got 2 trains here. Excellent. All right, so it's modifying time, and actually we're going to modify both of them this way. First off, we're going to clip that. We need a new engine for you. Now, I mean, it's got a lot more power, but I think it's a little overkill for the Baldwin class, especially since we can't actually get up to that speed. So I think we're going to stick with the General here. But I am going to take a page out of our book with the long haul and know that 10 cars following a general is actually perfectly peachy. And then you are going to go on the Josh Crude run, please. And then you are going to get modified accordingly. Not to mention these engines are starting to get go south as far as their quality goes, so they needed replacing anyway, but we might as well upgrade them while we're at it. Now, the reason I sent them to the depot rather than just doing the quick change is that if you do a sort of a grand upgrade, it will also swap out the tank cars, and these tank cars are perfectly good. We just want to add to them. Beautiful. That wasn't too painful. And then you will go to the refinement loop. Beautiful. That should get fuel flowing much faster for us. Much faster for us. And yeah, you go first. And... once again, I jumped the gun. Okay, now you can go on Aurelius's refinement loop, because you'll be out of the catchment area here. I think you'll be able to teleport the fuel on there. No? That's not the correct station to go into, man, but whatever. Wait, why are you picking up crude? What the heck, man? Crude does not go there unless you're trying to send crude back to... Okay, this is... Alright, hang on. We need to update some of our routes to eliminate some nonsense here. The crude delivery? Yeah, this thing... Schonefield branch, crude delivery. Yeah, this thing is only loading... Wait, no, that's crude delivery. Hang on. Which one is this one? Or releases refined oil is the one I wanted. Okay. Alright, so, yeah, both of our releases. So, at Schonefield branch, we are only going to load refined oil. We are not bringing crude back and forth here. That's just silly. And then meanwhile, here at the refinement loop, oops, you need to go to, yeah, Upper Fugezziville, and yeah, you're just loading refined oil. You are not bringing crude. Because that's just silly. You're just polluting, you're just taking up valuable space. Okay, so those are going to be cooking. That should get our fuel situation all sorted here. But we're not done with fuel. Because I'm a bit of a completionist here, we got all three of our tool cities set up, because every single good has exactly 3 cities representing it. But we've only got 2 out of our 3 fuel cities connected and set up here. Where's the last fuel city here? Thiboton, up here. Now, I was doing some looking around, and I'm like, taking fuel from this plant and shipping it all the way over there, that's not really good. But then I noticed a little bit of a setup here. Here we've got a coastal crude oil. Up here we have a coastal oil refinery, and right here we have a fuel plant to here. So this is kind of a this is its own little self-contained fuel loop here. So I think it is worthwhile to do that. And once we get the Thiboton's fuel situation hooked up, then we can hook them up for passengers as well. Because I have an idea that I want to try out to see if this is viable. So first things first, let's start with our ship thing here. You know me and ships. Cargo harbor, s'il vous plaît. We're going to want to place this to where we can expand this harbor. That should be good. And actually, just because I want to, I'm going to slap a passenger station on here just to make sure we have the room for it. And then we'll put a landing here. Beautiful. We're going to focus on the cargo first, which will involve a road here. Beautiful. Oh yeah, I should probably pause. Now then, this is actually technically its own area sealed off from the lower one, so we are going to need a shipyard here. Might as well build it near the source. Alright, and now up here, we're going to just want a seaport cargo harbor up here. Heck, I don't even have to build any extra roads. Can we just get that naturally? Or do we have to build like a tiny little road? We could put it out like here. Because it'll teleport. Yeah, that works. There we go. Now, so then we'll set up We'll set up some boat lines here. Well, let's set up a new line. The cargo to cargo here. Josh's northern crude line. And let's get, we'll start with a couple of these. We do need to stick with the Zoroaster because it's a new one. I know it says cargo types all, but everything is saying here is the passenger specific. So I'm going to stick with the Zoroaster here. Get 2 of them. And let's unpause and make sure they're both starting here. Oh yeah, also let's make sure they know to wait. Josh's northern crude. Rissenburg North, full load any, please. And obviously we're not, I don't really see an opportunity for getting anything on the backswing, so there's that. That's okay though. Now, let's, once they deliver the crude here, you just make sure you're going to the right place. Larisburg North, good. And they're dropping off the fuel there, good. Now we just need a truck depot. We'll put you guys right here. Or actually, we could just put you side by side here. That would work too. And then we will draw some roads here. Let's do medium country road. Yeah, that works. Just go straight across the landscape over here. Now for the buildings, we'll get another truck station over here. Now this one I'm going to want to put a little bit further along here. Until, yeah, as far enough away from this as we can get to minimize the distance that the truck has to cover here. So since we saw this turn white, we know it's in the catchment area. And then last but not least, we need a spot for them to drop it off in the boat and proper, the fuel that is. So let's take a look here. So all right, so luckily the fuel, all the fuel demand's up here in the north, which is really, really good. That's really, really good, because that way we don't have to go noisily stomping through the residential zones. Now, if we put it, like, say, here, because we need to think about the route that they eventually take. I think this is actually a pretty good spot for it. Yeah, let's put you there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our roads here. I'm going to upgrade you to a larger road. And then we'll transform you into a country road down here. Because basically we want the trucks, we're actually going to be doing a tri-loop here. Because the trucks will be carrying 1-to-1, 1-to-1, drop it off, and that way they're full 2/3. So it's not quite a full backswing, but it's close. It's close enough. Close enough for me anyway. So let's get a road depot. And let's get a route set up. So we go here, we go here, we go here. And then just come on back. And you're not really going to be bothering the town too much with the noise because you don't buzz by the residentials. It is perfect. Thiboton Central, full load, please. Thiboton Exchange, I want you to wait there for that to process that fuel. Because again, it's a 1-to-1 ratio. And then obviously you're going to come back empty, but that's okay. Perfectly okay. And then, yeah, well, you can carry all those cargoes. We'll get started with a seed, what are we going to call this one? Mimics Fuel Fest. Because it kind of touches all three, but ultimately ends in fuel. Alright, so, alright, we finally got one of our ships going here. And yeah, you're sitting here just camping the throughput here. So that should be doing itself nicely. Also, we can pay off our whole loan at this point. We are making that much money. We've crossed a threshold here. Now then, let's think about the passenger side of things. So I want to keep. I love me these trams. These trams are awesome. Now, rather than having the passengers be on the same thing here, I'm going to put the passenger station a bit closer to the town, because they don't need to be touching each other. The boats can go into slightly different destinations, and it don't cost us more anyway. So we are going to put you. Yeah, we're going to put you right here. And then we are going to build some, get ourselves a bus tram station. Alright, that's good. And tram track, yes. We want tram track with this beast. Sivu Play. Yeah, that works out nicely there. Obviously, we're going to need to be doing some stops to drop all this off, but that's okay. That's perfectly okay. Let's get streets. Medium streets, fine. With tram track, yes. And now we get to upgrading. Alright, now let's decide where we're going to put our stops, because that's going to sort of educate and inform where we are actually going to be doing our tram track upgrade. Obviously, we need to go into town here, but where else? Where can we put this for maximum impact? How few stops can we get away with to cover the entire town? That's the ideal here. Can we do it in one? It is gonna be tough, but we might be able to pull this beast off in one. That's pretty darn close, honestly. I mean, we're gonna have a little bit more down here. But honestly, these houses down here should catch this catchment right here. So I think we're actually pretty good. So that should actually be just peachy. So we'll put you there. Now let's look at upgrades. So yeah, we're going to go plunging down this lane. Now, does this let me UE? No, it does not. It looks like we're going to have to build in a UE. That's okay. That's not too bad. That's not too bad of a UE. All said and done, that's not bad at all for a UE. Now, the other alternative here would be to cash in some intra-town transportation as well. So maybe we could actually put this a little bit further back here alongside the truck stop. Yeah, you know what? I think that might be a smarter idea here. I know I already trammed it up, but we got money. We got money. Or, you know what we could really do? This may seem kind of crazy, but bear with me. What if we put you here? Wait, what am I doing? No, not electric, but oh, I'm hitting the wrong thing here. I was trying to rotate, and it wasn't letting me rotate. Yeah, this is a nice little gap, like right here. And we can make you the tram stop and the truck stop. So what if we demolish our little truck stop here? Although our truck stop's actually doing just fine. All said and done, it's doing just fine. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to... yeah, we'll keep this truck stop where it is. We don't need to go too crazy. Streets, upgrade, tram line, please. Alright, so that will get you up there. And now for our other passenger stop. So what's the catchment area of this thing like? Yeah, so we just need one down here, is where we're going to go with that. That is fair enough. Yeah, we do it as sort of like an inner loop like this. That's not too bad at all, because then we can upgrade the tram tracks like that. And yeah, I think we're pretty good here. We'll need a tram depot. We can put that down here by the station. Alright, now let's get some routes up here. So we obviously want you to you. Now, why aren't you listed as a... you need to be a tram station. I guess it's because I didn't have the tram lines down yet. There, that's more like it. Alright, so now we get you to you, and then one more line. We'll do you to you. Perfect. I'm going to just put one on each for now, just to generate the churn, and then we'll go from there. And yes, Horstrawn, USA, 1, 2, 3. No. I'll rename that off screen. Okay, now, last but not least, here, we're going to need to do a line of the passenger line here and the passenger line here. Alright. And then we will get a... actually, we'll get a Dunhara Castle here. We might not be fully utilized just yet, but we can make it work. We will make it work eventually here. Now, one last leg of the journey. We got to, and I think I'm going to need to take some loans out here. We need to get a bigger stop here in the middle, and we need to link these two together through a tram line. We're going to cross this peninsula with a tram line. We're going to see what we can do for longer distances here. I think we can handle it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to nix this, because this stop is going to be an intermediary stop, which means it's going to have a lot of people, and people are going to want to transfer, which means we need a proper tram stop. Now I think we could get away with let's see here. Yeah, we're gonna have to do a little demolition here. But I think ultimately it will make things a lot... yeah, we're going to have to demo some stuff, but that's okay. That should be pretty good for everybody up here. Now, what I'm going to try to do here, we're going to try and, yeah, let's grow you a little bit. We want these nice and wide. I don't want to smush these buildings here, so that's good. The other thing we can do is get some street access here. That'll just sort of expand its accessibility here. Without, you know, it'll improve the walking distance. Perfect. Okay. Now let's do some tram streets here, and actually we can get rid of you, and you, because we don't need those, but we do need that for you. And yes, I know, I think I stranded a couple of these. We don't actually need all of these trams right this second. So I think I'm going to liquidate them. Because I think we went overboard on the trams. We'll fix that up right proper here. All right, now let's get our roads built here. Let's go... we could technically go for a cut game. I didn't tell you to build a freaking thing in the middle of nowhere. Okay, let's try that again. Medium country road with tram track. I think we can get away with that. Now this big hill is in the way. I'd like to, if at all possible, do like a tunnel of some sort. It's still going to be kind of expensive. Would it be cheaper to just go around? I mean, I want this to be quick. I don't want this to be too involved here. And that is really expensive and kind of awkward looking, honestly. Let me turn on the contours here. So we could technically sneak it. Can we sneak you down? Yeah, we can sneak you down here. Go around our little hill here. I mean, I'm okay clipping it a little bit, especially if we can just pop a neat little tunnel here. Yeah, that's not too bad. That's actually much better. And we get a nice little, cute little tunnel out of the deal. We haven't had one of those yet. All right, so now let's get our tram station, tram track, yes. And yeah, you're touching the other stuff here, so that's perfect. All right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to do you to you. So we're gonna make the tram. If somebody wants to go across the continent, it's going to be through two different stops, with a stop here on 12th Street, right near the middle. And yeah, these are country roads with tram tracks, so it works. It absolutely works. All right, so let's buy some vehicles. Horse-drawn streetcar. We'll get 3 of you on here, and you're going to be line 5. Beautiful. Now, one last thing I want to do here before I end the episode here, let's kick you all off, is I want to set the maintenance for these streetcars. So we want you, Aristaburg local. I want to set the maintenance level for these guys. These 7 trams here. I want to sell. Configure maintenance. And I want maintenance to be very high. Even though that's a higher running cost. The reason I want higher maintenance on these specifically is that it reduces emissions, and these guys go up and down residentials a lot. Road vehicle is exhausted, huh? Well, you're coming up empty. We'll just replace you. What I'll probably do between this episode and next off-screen is do a big replacement modernization thing. Did I set that to be full only? Rissenberg local. No, I didn't. I don't know why you're all taking forever here, but whatever. Alright, it's probably going to take us a while for these, for all these things to sort of get the collective memo. So, in our next episode, we will see if the fruits of our labor pay off, and then I promise, I will reveal the new industry that we're going to be going into. I promise. Scout's honor. So if you guys like this episode and you want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment. Good, bad, or indifferent. Your feedback's always welcome. So until next time, this has been Pinstar signing out. See ya!